the NCCAA, Bob Jones University, promote good sportsmanship by student-athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial or sexist comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student-athletes, coaches, or team representatives are grounds for removal from the side of competition and other disciplinary action. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Conestee Park for today's baseball season opener. Today's contest features the Ohio Christian University Trailblazers and your Bob Jones University Bruins. We are now going to meet the starters for the Trailblazers. Batting first, number 16, playing shortstop, Scott Mose. Batting second, number 4, playing right field, Matt Keener. Batting third, number 25, left fielder, Ben Sterrett. Batting fourth, number 31, playing first base, Rich Clark. Batting fifth, number 26, DH, DJ Crocker. Batting sixth, number 28, playing second base, Andrew Keener. Batting seventh, number 21, center fielder, Stephen Larkins. Batting eighth, number 15, catcher, Ryota Haga. And batting ninth, number 3, third base, Carson Runk. On the bump for the Trailblazers, Tyler House. And now it's time to meet the starters for your Bob Jones University Bruins. Batting first, number 5, playing center field, Matt Carroll. Batting second, number 23, DH, Angelo Gomez. Batting third, number 10, playing third base, Connolly Bird. Batting fourth, number 42, playing first base, Evan Johnson. Batting fifth, number 19, playing catcher, Cody Kirkpatrick. Batting sixth, number 3, playing right field, Sam Gonzalez. Batting seventh, number 1, playing shortstop, Mannix Crawford. Batting eighth, number 24, playing second base, Elijah Medrano. And batting ninth, number 2, left fielder, Zay Grant. And on the bump for the Bruins, Ryan Pierce. Now at this time, we ask you to please stand forward for prayer, followed by our national anthem. Father, we thank you so much for this day. We thank you for giving everyone safety here in their travels. Thank you for giving us a new season and a chance to begin that today. Please keep everyone safe, and may everything be done for your glory. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Well, everybody, the day is finally here. Bruins baseball is back and ready to begin their 2025 season. My name is Trent Goldsmith, welcoming you to Conestee Park for the season opener as the Bruins welcome the Ohio Christian University Trailblazers. Today can be seen as a day of celebration because there was a moment in time when today wasn't going to happen, but due to God's grace and much generosity, we are here ready to go. It's a new beginning for this team, and they could not be more excited. I couldn't be more excited. It's going to be a very special season for this Bruins baseball team. It's different this year. The culture's different. Everything's different. The team is almost brand new. A lot of new players on this team, and they're ready to get going. Starting lineup for the Bruins, they'll be batting in this order. Number 5, center fielder Matt Carroll. Number 23, DH Angelo Gomez. 10, third base Conley Burke. Number 42, first base Evan Johnson. Ryan Pierce on the mound, about to throw off the first pitch of the season down in the dirt for ball 1. Playing catch at the other side of the battery, number 19, Cody Kirkpatrick. Number 3, right fielder Sam Gonzalez. Number 1, shortstop Mannix Crawford. Here's the 1-0. That one's in the strike zone. Ryan Pierce's first strike of the season. The Bruins' first strike of the season. Batting 8th, number 24, second base Elijah Medrano. And batting 9th, left fielder Zay Brandt. Up right now for the Trailblazers is Scott Moats. One of the new additions, one of the many new additions for the Trailblazers as well. The dribbler down the first base line will go foul. Johnson was there to get it. And we now have a 2-2 count. When it comes to Ohio Christian, I mean, they're very similar to this Bruins team. They have 16 returning players and 21 new players on this team. Very different look, same as the Bruins here. Here's Pierce with a 2-2. That one's popped up out of play. First ball into the stands of this season. Sadly, not a lot of people are here today because we had to move up the start time because of rain today. But, you know, there's people sprinkled here at Conestee Park. A good amount of visitors coming. It's good to see some fans. Here's another 2-2 from Pierce. Cody Kirkpatrick tried to frame it a little bit outside. First batter, first full count. Already a battle. Getting claps from the Trailblazers dugout. Bruins dugout ready to go crazy. This is a strikeout. Here's a 3-2. Fouled out of play again. Moats is still in it. Medrano playing over closer to first base at his second base position. Here's the full count again. Off speed. Got him! Scott Moats was sure about walking the first. Little bit too sure. Umpire says otherwise. Oh, Ryan Pierce is already ready to go for a second batter as he faces Matt Keener. That one's down for ball 1. Keener back into the net. Bruins dugout loving the fact that Ryan Pierce is finding the strike zone early. Matt Keener last year in his 46 at-bats went 9 for 46 for a 196 average. He did hit 1 home run last year, looking for more this year. Here's the 1-1 from Pierce. Change up right into the strike zone. And Pierce gets ahead in the count. Pierce looking for a second strikeout and 2 batters and battled off. Out of play, stays in the park. Went down about 4 straight bleachers. That was kind of cool to watch. I'm not gonna lie. It's one of those like slinkies down the stairs kind of thing right here. 1-2 count again. Another foul ball. Keener's playing right field for the Trailblazers today. Trailblazers looking for the first base runner of their season. Another foul ball. Keener's not going away. Now for the fourth straight 1-2 count. A couple shakeoffs from Pierce before he delivers. Ripped in the right field. Gonzalez in on it. Gonzalez grabs it. An early web gem for the Bruins. Sam Gonzalez on the diving catch for out number 2. Sam Gonzalez, a returner from last year's team, started at second base almost all season long, gets put into the outfield to start this season. He's already flying. First pitch to Ben Sterrett is outside. Ben Sterrett was probably their best offensive player last year. .328 average, 45 for 137. Team's best. That pitch is inside. Pierce doesn't want to give him any pretty pitches as he can turn on one easily. Hit for 25 runs batted in last season. Here's a 2-0. Ripped through the gap between shortstop and third, and that's the first hit of the Trailblazers season by none other than Ben Sterrett. Ridge Clark now steps to bat playing first base today. Last year he was a relief pitcher for this Trailblazers team, had a team's best 5.65 ERA in the 28 2/3 innings pitched. But today he's playing first base. First pitch from Pierce is a strike in the lower corner part of the zone. I don't think Pierce has to worry about stealing second base. I may be wrong, but Sterrett's going to focus on Clark. It's a 1-1 count. Conley Burke playing in on third base. Pierce does check Sterrett back. Wasn't an aggressive move. That one's a dribbler. Foul ball. Now 1-2 count. Ryan Pierce and the Bruins 1 strike away from getting out of this first inning. Center fielder Matt Carroll is playing a little shallow right now. A lot of space behind him. Expecting a line drive up the middle maybe. 1-2 count, off speed, too high. Released a little bit too early by Pierce. And now we have a 2-2 count. Sterrett does have a good lead over at first base. Evan Johnson keeping him on. Pierce checking, and delivers. Pop up. That'll go out of play. Trailblazers so far have done a very good job, and they're now this is their fourth batter in keeping the pitch count up for Pierce. Another 2-2. Hit in the right field. Gonzalez is there. Gonzalez grabs it. And Ryan Pierce with a great start for this Bruins team. Defensively had a help from Sam Gonzalez in that diving catch. And now the Bruins are looking to do some damage here in the bottom of the first inning. We'll be right back.
Ready to go here in the bottom of the first inning. Tyler House on the bump for the Trailblazers. Last season had a 7.74 ERA in the 45 1/3 innings pitched, 36 walks and 33 strikeouts. Leading off for the Bruins, number 5, Matt Carroll, one of the 13 new players on this Bruins roster. Head coach Kyle Morrison sings his praises, says Matt Carroll might be the best player on this team. There's a lot of great players now. New culture here at BJU Baseball. A lot of ballers on this team, let me tell you. But Matt Carroll is one that stands out to Coach Morrison. And Carroll rips that. And that was almost right at Keener. Keener barely moved. It was a hard hit, but just right in that easy position for the glove to grab it and scoop it off the ground. And a quick out for the Trailblazers. Angelo Gomez, batting DH today, is now up. Was on the team last year, then broke his hand. So ended up not playing most of the season, but now he's back and healthy and ready to go. Foul tips that one. It's now a 1-1 count. Gomez, a sophomore. Off speed, great pitch by House. Umpire got a little bit ahead of himself, called strike 3, but that is only strike 2. Here's the 1-2 in the dirt. Gomez keeps it down for the Worms. 2-2 count. Gomez comes from San Diego, California, so it's only about 8:15 in the morning there right now. Rips that one right field. It's in the air. Will it get down? It also goes foul. It is very overcast here in Greenville. Rain's coming later. The wind is starting right now. Here's the 2-2. Gomez, grounder, hard grounder. Runk has it. Runk over to first base and gets there in time. 2 up, 2 down for the Trailblazers. 2 hard hits for the Bruins. Carroll and Gomez both got a good bat on it. Just good defensive positioning for the Trailblazers so far. Brings up Conley Burke. Conley Burke is back again, guys. I mean, back for his 5th year, 5th season of baseball. Is eligible. And as soon as he heard about his eligibility, he said, I want to play again as much as he possibly can. He's such a leader on this team. Burke, hard grounder, goes barely foul on that third base line. So now it's a 1-1 count. Conley Burke is a career .312 average hitter. If that tells you anything. There's a reason he's in this 3 spot in the lineup. Good pitch by House. Now a 1-2 count. House can get this through this inning. 3 up, 3 down here. Ball is low and outside. 2-2. Two count. House delivers. Oh, good check swing. And good eye by Conley Burke. Stays off of that. 3-2 count. Battle into a full count. House going quickly. Here's the full count. And Burke wasn't really sure how many balls there were, so he takes his base. First runner for the Bruins in this season brings up Evan Johnson, another player where Coach Kyle Morrison is like, this guy can just hit the ball. I mean, strong dude. Evan Johnson is sophomore from Wilkesboro, North Carolina, transfer into here. Looks at the first one outside. I was watching him during BP this morning, and what Kyle Morrison said was very true. He can rock it. So Ben Sterrett, I think, knows. Ben Sterrett's back deep in left field right now. Conley Burke leading off first base. Evan Johnson looks at that one go by. 1-1 count. House in the stretch, delivers the 1-1. Johnson hits that one foul ball. It's a 1-2 count again. House had a 1-2 count against Burke, but ended up walking him. Let's see if Johnson can remain patient, but also stay aggressive. Johnson swings at that one. Very similar inning for the Trailblazers on the defensive side than the Bruins had in top of the first. So we move to the top of the second, still 0-0. Welcome back to the top of the second. DJ Crocker leading off for the Trailblazers. Ryan Pierce looking to keep his rhythm. Ball is barely outside. Pierce delivers the 1-0. Off speed, gets in there for strike one. Crocker, another new player for this Trailblazers team. 1-1 count. Outside again. 2-1. Missed outside again. 3-1. Pierce has to battle back. 3-1 against Crocker. Crocker hits it, dribble to Burke. Burke cleans it up. Burke throwing over to Johnson, gets him in time for out number one. Good charge by Conley Burke. And good clean throw to get him out at first. Crocker had some speed to him. Brings up Andrew Keener. Keener had a .240 batting average last season, going 29 for 121 on the season. Pierce with a 1-0 count. It's up out of play. We've had a lot of foul balls over in that specific spot. Oh, and a fan, as she's entering, just grabs it out of the air. That was pretty cool. That was so nonchalant. I'm kind of disappointed y'all couldn't see that at home. That was pretty cool. Here's the 1-1. Outside again. Pierce has to be careful here to not start whipping. when you whip your arm when you pitch, you tend to hold on to it a little too long, which causes those outside pitches. 2-1 count. Shallow. Oh, that's going to stay in the infield. Medrano's there. Easy for out number 2. Off the bat, this seemed like it was going to get into the outfield a little bit, but kind of died down. So 2 easy outs for the Bruins to start this inning. Stephen Larkins now up the center fielder for the Trailblazers today. Good pitch by Pierce. First at bat this inning where he gets ahead on the first pitch. 0-1 count. Slap back into the net. 0-2 count. Pierce is very much ahead. Would not be surprised if he throws something out of the zone to try to get Larkins to chase. To get out of this inning, high and up. Good take pitch. Good spot for that. 1-2 count now from Pierce to Larkins. In the dirt. Blocked by Kirkpatrick. Even with no runners on, Kirkpatrick usually gets down for those. It's rare that you see a ball go past Kirkpatrick. The 2-2 now. Outside. And the patience by Larkins forces a full count. Hasn't budged on any of the balls. Ryan Pierce takes his time a little bit on this one, takes a breather. Big pitch here to get out of the second inning. Grounded. Crawford is there. Crawford gathers. Quick throw to Johnson. Johnson with the stretch gets him in time. How can a big fella like that do the splits so easily? 3 up, 3 down for the Bruins. We're heading to the bottom of the second, where maybe the Bruins bats can get going. We're back here for the top of the second inning. Cody Kirkpatrick leading off for the Bruins. Kirkpatrick is the catcher for the Bruins. Very good on the defensive side, but he can get a hold of one. Hit a few home runs last season. Had a lot of really good hits and really good spots. That one's hit high into the air. Shallow right field. There's 3 people in on it, but it ends up being Matt Keener to come grab it. Good communication between Clark and Keener. Andrew Keener playing second base to stay off of that. That could have been a nasty collision, but first pitch, first out for the Trailblazers. Brings up Sam Gonzalez. He's had a couple defensive outs in the field so far this game. Bruins still looking for their first hit. Only base runner has been the walk of Conley Burke. That's a good pitch by House. Finds the outside corner for a 1-1 count. Gonzalez, the junior, rips that one, but goes foul. That had some speed on it. Looks like former Bruin, and I've heard this season's helper Douglas Goldstrom is coaching first base over there. It's good to see him back and helping. New head coach Kyle Morrison, who was an assistant for the first 4 years of the program, now head coach. That's a swing and a miss by Gonzalez. That'll be the second strikeout for Tyler House on the day. Both pitchers are on a roll to start. It's just whose offense is going to strike first. Whoever strikes first might gain the most momentum, might carry them through the rest of this game. Mannix Crawford, the shortstop, now up for the Bruins. Looks at 2 balls right away. Tyler House going quickly. Already knows what he's pitching. Here's a 2-0. Mannix, Crawford, easy out to second base. Andrew Keener got that easily. Little birthday bounce, 3 up, 3 down for the Trailblazers. We are already heading to the top of the 3rd inning. Back for the start of the top of the 3rd. Ryota Haga leading off for the Trailblazers. Catcher for the Trailblazers today. Pitches down. Haga looks at ball 1. Right into the dugout. Watch out. I think everyone ducked out of the way in time. Those are scary sometimes. 1-1 count to Haga. In there for strike 2. Pierce looking for his 3rd strikeout. Hitting the center field. Matt Carroll is there. Matt Carroll grabs it for out number 1. Brings up Carson Runk, the 3rd baseman. Had a .274 average last season. Hits in the center field. Carroll finding his positioning. Carroll under it. Carroll grabs it for out number 2. 2 flyouts to start this top of the third. Brings back to the top of the lineup Scott Moats, who struck out in his first at-bat on a full count. Pierce looking for a similar outcome. Ripped up the middle, can't get to it in time. Crawford did go down for it, but that's going to be a single with 2 outs by Scott Moats. It's never too late to start an offensive run with 2 outs. Matt Keener out with Moats leading off first base. Moats is a runner. Keener looks at strike 1. Helicopter flying overhead right now. It's pretty loud. Just off the screen in the stream. That's strike 2. And now Ryan Pierce looking to go in a hurry. It's ready to go. The 0-2 to Keener. He went. No, he did not. I thought at first the umpire was pointing. I thought he was pointing that he did go, but he was actually pointing at the umpire in the field. Gotta project that point a little better next time, I think. 1-2 count now. Moats is going. Foul ball though. One-two count. Let's see if Moats goes again. Moats has a sizable lead. Getting in position to run. Moats stays. Good block by Kirkpatrick. Now a 2-2 count. Two count, 2 outs, top of the third, still 0-0. Keener can keep it going for the Trailblazers. Moats is going again. Called ball, Kirkpatrick's throw is almost there. Medrano got the tag after the scoop, but Moats gets around it. So Moats gets a steal, is now on second in scoring position, a single away from probably scoring. Good speed on that throw from Kirkpatrick, just the wrong side of the bag. So Medrano had to reach back and forth for it. So it's a 3-2 count. Ryan Pierce delivers another foul ball. This is the first big battle of the Bruins season. Getting out of this third inning without giving up runs would be huge. Pierce goes back to work. Grounder. Crawford, backhand. Crawford over to first base. Not going to be there in time. Hard to get a good throw on your back foot like that. So Keener's going to have an infield single. And Moats is going to go over to third. Runners now in the corners for Ben Starrett, the best hitter on this team. Had a single his last at-bat, so he does that again. He's going to get a run-in for the Trailblazers. Kirkpatrick delivering signs for the Bruins field. Wouldn't be surprised to see Keener try to get second here. First pitch to Starrett's outside. Big chance here for the Trailblazers to break this thing open and score first. Keener still on first base. Foul tip. Dribbler toward the Bruins dugout. So it's a 1-1 count. One count. Inside, Keener goes, so Keener's going to get to second easy. So now runners at second and third. A single could most likely score 2. Pierce facing pressure now here in the top of the third. He's only 1 out away from getting out of the jam. 2-1 count to Ben Starrett. Pierce delivers toward home. Fouled back into the net. This is a tough situation to be a pitcher. What do you throw here? You have a ball to spare. Do you throw something out for Starrett to try to chase and get greedy, or do you throw something in the zone with the risk of Starrett crushing it? What's Pierce going to do? 2-2. Off speed. He went. Strike 3. Pierce gets out of the jam. Huge for this Bruins defense and huge for the Bruins offense. Coming up next in the bottom of the third. Back for the start of the bottom of the third inning after a great pressure moment by Ryan Pierce, striking out Starrett to end the top of the third. Elijah Medrano leading off for the Bruins. Freshman coming from Gilbert, Arizona. First pitch to Medrano is up for ball 1. Elijah has a brother, Jeremiah, that is actually my teammate on the track team. So, gotten to know Elijah well. Good diving. Stop by Runk. Runk to first base. Wow. Out number 1 for the Trailblazers. Another strong, powerful grounder by this Bruins team gathered up by this infield. Bruins have had no hard times finding the baseball. Just getting it past the infield is where they struggled. Brings up Zay Brandt, the other 5th year on this Bruins team. Been here since the beginning. Watch this team grow. Hits that one in the right field. Matt Keener is under it. Matt Keener grabs it. 2 very quick outs for the Trailblazers. Top of the lineup is back. Matt Carroll had a sharp hit to second base his last at bat. Bruins are still hitless. Tyler House is dealing. Carroll, strong grounder to Runk. Runk bobbles it. Runk over to first base, gets it in time anyway. Good recovery from Carson Runk to get that third out. Another 3-up, 3-down inning for this Trailblazers defense and for Tyler House on the bump. We're headed to the top of the fourth already. Ryan Pierce looking to keep going for this Bruins team. Back here to start the top of the fourth inning already. Can you believe how fast this game is going right now? Defense is showing up, pitchers showing up. Pierce still on the mound, facing Ridge Clark again. Ridge Clark flied out, his first at bat. That one gets past the diving Crawford. And Clark gets a leadoff single. Good effort there by Mannix Crawford. Tipped it, went off his glove. It would have been another hard play to get up and throw that. Brings up the DH, DJ Crocker, who struck out in his first at-bat. Pitches outside for ball one. Clark leading off first base. So you're getting a little antsy over there. And Pierce gets the same sense I did, checks him back to first base. Still a 1-0 count. Pierce throws. Ripped past the diving Burke. Burke almost got to that. That would have been an incredible play. But two straight singles to lead off the top of the fourth for the Trailblazers. Is this where they finally break through? Runners now on first and second, none down. Cody Kirkpatrick's going to go have a meeting with Ryan Pierce, trying to keep him calm. Encourage him a little bit. Tell him that he's doing his job very well, throwing strikes. Just both of these singles have been just out of the reach of Bruins defenders on the left side of that infield. Andrew Keener now up. Popped out to second base in his last at bat. Bruins could use a pop out again here, as long as it stays shallow enough for the runners not to tag. Pierce steps off and gets an earful from the dugout of the Trailblazers. That's one. Thing in baseball, never twice. Sacrifice bunt. Johnson gets on it right away. Tags out Keener. Good sack bunt. Gets both runners advanced to scoring position. This is nothing new to the Trailblazers. They had this situation last inning. But there is one less out than there was last inning. Pierce is going to need a strikeout or an easy ground out to keep these runners where they're at. Larkins has a better idea. Larkins high, drive to right field. Gonzalez, that's foul ball. It's almost better that Gonzalez didn't catch that. He dove for it, was close to it. But the fact that it landed means the runners stay. So it's an 0-1 count. Ball was hit hard by Larkins. The wind kind of carried it foul. Pierce again, 0-1. Outside. So Clark is off third. Crocker off of second. They both want to score badly. Here's the 1-1 from Pierce. Outside, gets past Kirkpatrick, and Clark's going to come in to score. First run of the Trailblazers season's on a pass ball. 1-0. Crocker went to third base. Now it's a 1-1. Larkins can do more damage. Still only one out here in the top of the fourth. Pierce throws that outside. Now a 3-1 count. There is action in the bullpen for the Bruins. Can't quite tell who that is throwing over there yet, but we'll give more information as we have it. 3-1 from Pierce. Ripped up the middle, gets down. That gets past Carroll in center field. That's going to go to the fence. Larkins rounding second. Larkins going to third. And Larkins is going to have a stand-up triple. With an RBI to go with it. Crocker comes in to score. 2-0 Trailblazers. And that's going to have Coach Rulapal coming out to talk to Pierce. That is Tillman Padgett warming up in the bullpen for the Bruins. Not sure if he's coming in quite yet. Rulapal out just for a conversation to start. Inning has gone exactly how Ohio Christian would want it. 2 leadoff singles, a sac bunt to get the runners over. A passed ball to score the first runner, and a massive hit to score the second. Bruins still only with 1 out. Ryan Pierce stays on the mound for now. Ryota Haga, the catcher, up, looking to keep it going for the Trailblazers. Down in the dirt, that one's blocked by Kirkpatrick, 1-0 count. Pierce must stay calm, 1-0 to Haga. That one's in the strike zone. Lower part of the strike zone, down near the knees, 1-1 count. Pierce delivers. That one's hit by Haga to left field. Brandt is in on it. That's pretty shallow. They're going to tag. Brandt throwing home. And that one's just going to be barely late. And Larkins comes in to score. Got a sacrifice fly for an RBI for Haga. 3-0 Trailblazers. Two outs now for the Bruins. No one on base. Might help calm the mind of Ryan Pierce on the mound. Carson Runk is up. Flew out in his first at bat. That one's hit. That one's up in the air. Out of play, maybe. No. Oh! Barely stayed in. That was like right on the lining of the net. I think Kirkpatrick at first thought that was getting out. Stays in. I mean, I was kind of surprised at first. I thought that was coming right back at me. I was ready for it. It's my 3rd season doing this now. First 2 seasons, haven't caught a foul ball. Haven't really gotten a chance to. I think this is the season I get one. 0-1 count for Pierce. Good pitch in there for an 0-2. Runk needs to battle here to get back into this count. Swings through it. Kirkpatrick throw to first. Gets him out on the drop third strike. Trailblazers strike first, score 3. That's big for them. Bruins look to answer back. Coming up in the bottom of the 4th. Back here for the bottom of the 4th inning. Bruins find themselves down 3, and if there's any part of the lineup that you want up to answer back for at least 1 run, it's this part. Angelo Gomez, Conley Brook, and Evan Johnson all in a row. Gomez looked that ball 1 down low. Gomez grounded out in his first at-bat. Bruins still looking for their first hit of the day, and Gomez was looking for it there, but swings through it. 1-1 count. Here's the 1-1 from House. Grounder, slow dribbler, foul ball. Now Gomez finds himself in a tough position here. 1-2 count. Tyler House has been comfortable so far. Hasn't gotten himself in any tough situations. Only 1 base runner for the Bruins. Gomez, you could tell he was leaning for that one as it was going outside. Did not swing, stayed patient. Now it's a 2-2 count. House going quick. Gomez gets a good bat on it, goes foul. Again, getting the bat on the ball has not been the problem for the Bruins. It's been getting it past these infielders. Here's a 2-2. That foul ball is about 1 row in front of assistant soccer coach Ryan McCarty, and as one that plays with his feet, he's very scared of that ball flying at him. 2-2. That one's hit in the left center field. Larkins going back, but Larkins gets under it. Good hit again by the Bruins, but an out for the Trailblazers. 1 down. I'm currently getting reprimanded by Ryan McCarty, saying he played baseball for 9 years. I don't know about that, the way he responded to that foul ball. Brings up Conley Burke, 1 down. Burke hits it up the middle first. Hit for the Bruins. And Burke continues to get on base. 1 for 1 with a walk. That's a good start. That's what the Bruins want. Now, can Evan Johnson keep it going? Again, big hitter here. Can get a hold of one. The wind here today is going to make it difficult to hit one deep. Might get stuck in the air. Burke gets checked back. Nice little trickster play by Ridge Clark, acting like it went past him, but it's the fact that House's throw over was about 2 miles an hour that didn't really work. First pitch is up in the air for ball number 1. Evan Johnson, 1-0 count, 1 down, Burke off first. Johnson hits it into the air to right field. Keener's under it. Keener will grab it easy for out number 2. That one just stuck in the air, gave Keener a good 4 or 5 seconds to go get under that. So now 2 down, Bruins must fight. Kirkpatrick now. Another bat that you would want up usually. See if he can get it going for this Bruins offense. Burke is going. Burke on the slide. And that throw was basically perfect from Haga. Gets him at second base. Inning ending. Out by Haga. And Burke is down at second base. That slide didn't look comfortable. We're going to head to the top of the 5th inning. Hopefully get an update when we get back. So before the top of the 5th inning starts, Conley Burke was helped off of the field after that slide. Again, that just didn't look like a comfortable slide. His foot, I think, may have gotten caught in the dirt. Got helped off as he was limping off the field. So that's going to bring in David Medina, now playing third for the Bruins. And along with that substitution, Tillman Padgett is now on the mound for the Bruins, getting his first action of the season. We can only hope that that is not a serious injury for Burke. Again, just the leader on this team in almost everything. He's been the only person to get on base for the Bruins so far today with a walk and a single. The Bruins are definitely going to need him going forward. But something like this gives David Medina, the sophomore from Oakwood, Georgia, a chance to show off his skills and his abilities. Over at third base, he's another guy I was watching during batting practice this morning. Can absolutely lace one. I mean, he hits it hard. He's not the tallest guy in the world. He uses a lot of power. So he's now playing third base. Tillman Padgett now in pitching. Top of the lineup, Scott Moats leading off. Moats tries a drag bunt. He definitely went for strike 1. So an 0-1 count. Good start for Padgett. That one is inside for a 1-1. Moats hit a single in his last at bat. He's 1 for 2 on the day with a strikeout also. The 1-1 outside for ball 2. Bruins need to limit the damage that might come in this inning. That one, check swing, fouled off. Now 2-2 count. Paget with a chance here for an early strikeout and is facing his first batter. 2-2. Off speed, gets him. Another strikeout looking for Scott Moats. One down, great pitch for Paget. Brings up Matt Keener. Also hit a single in his last at-bat. Also 1 for 2 with a flyout in his first at-bat. It's held on to a little bit too long by Paget outside. So it's a 1-0 count to Keener. Keener facing the bunt. Great bunt laid down. Medina with a chance. Medina throws. Too late. Medina couldn't charge it quick enough. It's a great bunt by Keener. Put it right in that in-between spot of the mound and third base. So he's on with another infield single. Brings up Ben Sterrett. Keener with a long leadoff over at first base. Stays there though, foul tip. Get the barking orders from coach over on third base about what they're about to do. Good check back by Paget. Good instincts to get back by Keener. The 0-1, Keener stays again. Another foul tip back by Sterrett. So now Paget's up with an 0-2 count. Good position for him to be in right now against the best hitter on this Trailblazer team. Keener off first, even farther. Gets checked back again. Paget with the 0-2. Grounder is foul ball. Hard grounder down the first base line. Bounces foul. That one would have gotten Keener to at least third base. Had a good jump on it. Another 0-2 count for Paget. A grounder. Johnson gets it, throws it to second. Good grab by Crawford for the for sure out at second. Gets the lead runner, good play. Heads up thinking from Johnson, and good snag by Crawford. So I'll go down as a fielder's choice for Sterrett. Now brings up Ridge Clark, who started the inning with a single last inning, where all the runs came from. Sterrett goes. That one's going to be fouled off. We saw better effort. We saw better effort there from former basketball team manager Sam Daniels than we saw from Ryan McCarty earlier. Love to see it. 0-1 count. Paget doing well so far. Checks back Sterrett. And Sterrett getting back to first base just didn't look as good as Keener getting back to first base. Keener, there's like an art to that. Keener made that look smooth every single time he got checked back. That one by Sterrett, not so much. He gets back nonetheless. Not knocking him for it. Kirkpatrick tries to frame it just a little bit outside. So it's a 1-1 count. Another check back. Paget doing a good job keeping the runners on first honest. Got to make sure he's not losing focus on the batter. 1-1 count. Good block by Kirkpatrick. Keeps Sterrett at first base. Two one. Another one outside in the dirt. It's going to be a count that Rich Clark looking for. Rich Clark will probably be looking to swing here. What'll Paget give him? Does swing. Medina can't get his glove down. That one's going to go to left field. Gathered by Zay Brandt. So that moves Sterrett up to second. Clark is now on first. So now some more two-out action for the Trailblazers. Runners on first and second. DJ Crocker up. Crocker's 1 for 2 with a strikeout on a single, also scoring a run. Here's the 1-0. Outside again. The wind is starting to grow here. The rain is getting closer and closer. Hopefully this game gets done before the rain. That'd be kind of nice for basically everybody here. Paget needs a quick timeout to talk to his catcher. Paget still looking for his first strike of this at bat. Finds it right there. 2-1 count. Here's the 2-1. Off speed, gets it on the outside corner. 2-2. Two straight good pitches from Paget. If he gets a third one here, can get out of this inning without giving up a run. Sterrett, huge leadoff second. Paget not paying attention right now. Throws, foul tipped, and Crocker stays alive. Sterrett far off second again. It's going to try to get a jump. That one is outside and swung at. And Tillman Paget gets out of the inning with a strikeout. No runs allowed. Bruins still looking for their first offensive explosion, looking for a first run, looking for something. They need at least a run back here. They go into the bottom of the 5th, down 3-0. Back here to start the bottom of the 5th inning, Cody Kirkpatrick leading off for the Bruins. During that inning break, Conley Burke was up and kind of jogging on the side. Did not look comfortable, did not look pain-free, so I think he's going to be out the rest of at least today. First pitch to Kirkpatrick is a ball. Tyler House still on the mound as he is absolutely dealing, only giving up one hit on the day so far. That one's hit high in the air to left field. In the air for at least a year. Finally comes down. Carson Runk had to move his body a little bit over to get that. I think the wind kind of may have knocked that down a different direction than Runk was expecting. Nonetheless, out number 1. Sam Gonzalez now up. Struck out in his first at-bat. Hits that one, I thought off his own foot, and I think that was off of something. That was definitely a foul ball. Okay. I'm not crazy. Gonzalez will go back. So 0-1 count. At first, the home plate umpire pointed into the field saying it was in play, but luckily, the first base umpire saw it. I heard it. Now 1-1 count. Gonzalez hits that one. Spinner up the middle. Good play by Moats. Gets it. And he gets the throw in time over to Clark. What a play by Scott Moats for out number 2. Now Mannix Crawford looks at strike number 1 inside. Doesn't seem like there's anybody warming up in the bullpen for the Trailblazers. They might let House go as long as he can. I mean, he's doing a great job so far. That one's down 2-1 count. House doesn't seem to really think about what he's throwing much before he throws it. He's just getting into his rotation. That one's foul tipped. 2-2 count. And House is 1 strike away from another 3-up, 3-down inning. Getting the Bruins out in a hurry. Here's the 2-2. Grounder to Clark. Clark gets it. Waves off, gets it himself. 3 up, 3 down again. Tyler House is still on a roll. And the Bruins defense now going back onto the field to try to hold the Trailblazers at 3. Tobin Padgett still on the mound for the Bruins. First pitch to Keener's outside in the dirt. 1-0 count to start the top of the 6th. Keener went down the bunt, pulls it back. In for a strike anyway, 1-1 count. It might seem like the Bruins are just I'm out of this game because they can't hit the ball, but great thing about baseball is once bats get hot, and you can score in a hurry. It's only 3-0. I think besides that one inning, pitcher's defense for this Bruins team has done a fantastic job. Now look to keep them from scoring more. Crawford looking to go to work. Gets it there in time for out number 1. Play by Mannix Crawford. Brings up Steven Larkins. Larkins is the one with the big triple, his last at bat. Got an RBI on it. Responsible for one of the 3 runs that the Trailblazers have. First pitch he looks at is a ball. Foul tips that one back into the net. 1-1 count. Larkins thought about that one, but goes too far outside. 2-1 count. Padgett delivers. Good pitch on outside corner. Finds it. Strike 2. Would love another one here to retire the first 2 batters of this inning. Here's a 2-2. Grounder. Foul ball. Two again from Padgett. Almost gets him. Did not go. Larkins is patient enough to force a full count. Big full count here. Jammed, hit up the middle. And Matt Carroll can't get there in time. Was almost there. Could not grab it. It gets down for a single. tell that hit kind of buzzed Larkin's hands a little bit just by the way it sounded off the bat. But that kind of weird pain is worth it if you get on base. Ryota Haga is now up. Hit a sac fly for an RBI his last at bat. Got Larkins home. First pitch by Paget. A little too high. Still one down. Larkins gets checked back. Larkins still with a sizable lead over there. Larkins is going. Kirkpatrick throws. Kirkpatrick is too high. Medrano had to go up for it. And Larkins is in second safely, now in scoring position with still one out. Haga with another chance here for another RBI. Tipped. First strike for Tillman Paget. Ryan Pierce got out of a jam earlier in the game. Let's see if Paget can do the same. It's obviously not as big of one, with just one runner on, but runner in scoring position nonetheless. Looking now at a 3-1 count. A walk here, would it really be that bad? It would give us a force out everywhere, but obviously one and out instead. Here's a 3-1 from Paget. That one is outside, so it will be a walk. As I said, not the worst thing in the world. Runner now on first and second. Double play available for this Bruins defense. And Haga's going to get a courtesy runner. It's going to be number 6, Matt Bradley. Was the courtesy runner for the Trailblazers last year as well. So now Carson Runk is up. Last thing he wants to do is hit into a double play. Paget delivers, hits that one over the head of Crawford into the dugout. Larkins is coming home. The throw is in time, but the tag doesn't get down, and now Kirkpatrick charging the infield. And that one's going to be an RBI single for Runk. Trailblazers now up 4-0. And we're to the top of the order now. Scott Moats. So now Bradley leading off second. Runk leading off first. One down still in the top of the 6th inning. Scott Moats struck out his last at bat. Scott Moats goes to bunt, brings the infield in, and both runners advance. So now runners on second and third. Still one out. Moats can do some big damage here. Infield is in. They're going to be trying to check the runners back as much as they can. Ball is outside, 1-1, or excuse me, 2-0. Paget with some pressure, 2-0. Moats hits that. Shallow center field. Carroll coming in on it. Carroll can't get to it. Brandt throwing home over the head of Kirkpatrick. It's 5-0. And Moats gets the second, and Runk gets the third. Same position again. Still one out. So now Matt Keener can keep the Trailblazers hot. Same situation. Runners on second and third. Infield in. One down. Bruins looking to limit damage here. Padgett delivers. Keener hits it high into the air in right field. Gonzalez grabs it for out number 2. Runners thought about tagging, but they stay. So there's now 2 outs. 1 out away from getting out of this inning. Ben Starrett up. Fielder's choice last at bat. Has a chance for a couple RBIs right here. Looks at strike 1. Good pitch by Tillman Padgett. Getting out of this jam, only allowing 2 runs would be huge. Keep it within reach. Here's the 0-1. 1-1 count now. Kirkpatrick got in front of it. The 1-1. Starrett hits it high in the air to left field. Zay Brandt's going back on it. Zay Brandt gets under it. Good positioning by Zay Brandt. Gets out number 3, a desperate out that the Bruins needed. Would have been an extra base hit with 2 runs coming in. But the score stays 5-0, and again, the Bruins bats could get hot. They are not out of this game. Headed to the bottom of the 6th. Back in the bottom of the 6th inning, Bruins must get hot here. But Tyler House has other plans. Starts the inning with a strike. Elijah Medrano's up. Only his 2nd at-bat of the day. Grounded out in his 1st at-bat. Looks at that one high in the air. 1-1 now. Two one. Sun is peeking through the clouds a tiny bit. Warming it up a little bit here at Conestee Park. That one's high. So 3 straight high balls to Medrano. Now facing a hitter's count of 3-1. Tyler House has only given up 1 walk and 1 hit. Battling back here, forces a full count now. House going quickly to Medrano. Medrano hits it in the left field. Will it get down? It will. Oh, that one's going to the fence after the diving, and Sterrett missed it. And Medrano's going to get a stand-up double to start this inning. Couldn't tell on the dive. Sterrett was very close. Must have gotten right under the glove. Medrano trying to urge his team to keep it going. Zay Brandt is now up. Maybe that can spark a small fire under this Bruins offense. Maybe just a couple runs at a time that the defense can keep them at 5. That one's in the dirt. Good block by Haga. That one got by. That would have been an easy, nice little jog over to third base from Medrano. The 1-0 count. That one's in there for strike 1. The 1-1 to Zay Brandt. Zay Brandt looks at the off-speed in for strike 2. Great pitch by House. Now Brandt has to battle back. House hasn't really tried to make batters chase so far this game. He's been consistently throwing strikes when ahead in the count with a 0-2 or 1-2. Bruins have done a good job hitting it, just to the wrong spot. That one is popped up into the air and caught in foul territory by Ridge Clark for out number 1. You can tell Zay Brandt wants that one back. So Matt Carroll, top of the lineup up for the Bruins. Medrano still leading off of second base. 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Carroll 2 groundouts on the day. Done a good job making contact. Was swinging for the sky on that pitch. Tipped it into the glove. The 0-1. Tips that one again. Now an 0-2 for House. House is starting to settle in. Carroll. Pop up. Shallow right field. Keener's under it. Keener will grab it. And Medrano just forced to stay at second base. So after the leadoff double, 2 straight pop-outs. And now it brings up Angelo Gomez with 2 outs. Trying to start a 2-out rally here. Gomez 0 for 2 with the ground out and fly out on the day. That one's inside. Almost clips Gomez. A balk was called before that pitch. It's still a 0-0 count. Runner advances on the balk. Foul tip. So now Medrano's 90 feet away from the Bruins' first run of the game, first run of the season. If Gomez can get him in. Needs a base hit here with there being 2 outs. There's an 0-1 count from House. Back into the net again. Gomez now facing an 0-2 count. Again, we haven't seen House throw any sneaky pitches yet so far today out of the zone on these counts. He's been just throwing it in the strike zone. Here's the 0-2. Foul tipped, battling still is Gomez. The 0-2 again. Gomez hits it into the left field. Seems to be right at Sterrett. And Starrett has to play with the wind a little bit, but gets it for out number 3. So after the leadoff double, the Bruins can't get it to go. And House keeps the Bruins scoreless. 5-0 headed to the top of the 7th. Back here for the top of the 7th inning after the Bruins came up empty in the bottom of the 6th. Tillman Padgett still on the mound for the Bruins. Ridge Clark up. Clark's been a consistent source of offense today. 2 for 3, 2 singles. First pitch is a ball inside. And that's a strike outside. Here's the 1-1 to Ridge Clark. Blocked by Kirkpatrick. That one's in the dirt. There is more people warming up in the Bruins bullpen. 2-1. Rip to right center field over the head of Medrano. That one's going to keep rolling. Clark trying to push 2. He gets there in time. Leadoff double for Ridge Clark. 3 for 4 on the day now. Trailblazers looking for a different result than what the Bruins had after a leadoff double now. Brings up DJ Crocker, 1 for 3 on the day. A single and 2 strikeouts. They brought in Luke Carnegie, a runner, now on second base. And you can tell he's ready to run. Big lead off second, big secondary lead. First pitch to Crocker was down in the dirt. Good check back, gets him in time. Got him out at second base. Good play by Tillman Padgett. Carnegie got a little too antsy on second base. Sometimes a dance party is not the way to go. So now base is cleared after the leadoff double. 1 down here in the top of the 7th inning. Crocker against a 2-0. That one's in there for strike 1. 2-1 count now. Padgett seeming a little bit more calm. That one's outside. 3-1 count for Crocker. That one's up in the air for ball 4. Now Crocker is going to take first base. First pitch to Keener. It's too low. Keener's 0 for 2 with a sac bunt. Grounded out in his last at bat. Bruins would love a ground out right here, forcing a double play to end this inning. That one's outside by Paget. High into the air, stays in the infield. Evan Johnson's under it. Evan Johnson will grab it for out number 2. It's kind of funny to watch all the players today having to adjust when the ball is coming down. The wind just knocks it down in different directions than normal. Johnson started going back. It was in foul territory, had to come back in fair territory and finally grabbed it, and it didn't look routine. Taking off to second is Crocker, gets there with no throw as it was a ball in the dirt. So now there's 2 outs. There's a runner in scoring position. Steven Larkins rips it to center field. That one's looking to go over the head of Carroll. It does. Gets to the fence. Crocker in to score. Larkins looking for his second triple of the day, and it's a second stand-up triple for Steven Larkins. What a start to this 2025 season for Larkins. 3 for 4, 2 triples and a single. 2 RBIs to go with it. Have a day. It's now 6-0. So Braden Williams is going to be batting in place for Ryota Haga. First pitch to Williams was a ball. Good stop by Johnson. Johnson's going to take it himself, dive on the first base for out number 3. Evan Johnson with a great effort at first base gets the Bruins out of the inning, allowing 1 run. It's 6-0, headed to the bottom of the 7th. Back to start the bottom of the 7th inning. Tyler House still on the mound. David Medina up for the Bruins. David Medina came in for injured Conley Burke. Burke was the only Bruin to get on base for the Bruins so far today before Medrano hit the double last inning. Medina looks to continue that. Check swing. Medina did not go, says the first base umpire. So it's going to be a 2-1 count against Medina. Over the head of Medina. Medina now facing a 3-1 count against Tyler House. House has had no issues of control today. That one a little too close to Medina, so a leadoff walk for the Bruins. Always nice to have a leadoff base runner. Brings up Evan Johnson. Ended the inning with a fantastic play at first base. Finished off by great effort, diving onto first base to get the out in time. So now Medina leading off first base. Johnson at the plate against House. That one's down. So Johnson will be going against a 1-0 count. Johnson 0 for 2, strikeout flyout on the day. That one's in there for strike 1. The upper part of the strike zone. 1-1 count. House delivers. Up high, Haga checking back Medina. So now it's a 2-1 count from House. This is the most balls he's thrown in a span of 2 batters almost all game. And he finds strike 2. So now it's a 2-2 count to Johnson. The 2-2. Grounder down the line. Barely foul by Johnson. That's hard to see off the bat sometimes. The ball is basically the same color as the greenless grass that we have here at Conestee Park right now, as it's been a pretty dry and cold January. 2-2. Swung through. Strikeout for House. 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Cody Kirkpatrick now up 2 flyouts on the day. Has had no trouble hitting the ball. Just not to the right spot either time. Kirkpatrick was out in front of that one. Slowed down a swing. Tipped it anyway back into the back of the net. Kirkpatrick facing an 0-1 now. Rips it. That's a grounder to shortstop 1, and he's called safe at first base. So fielder's choice gets there in time. The Trailblazers really wanted that double play. A close play at first base. Kirkpatrick gets there. So now there's 2 down in the bottom of the 7th inning. Gonzalez now up. Kyle Prouse is going to come in to run for Kirkpatrick, the courtesy runner for the catcher. Prouse was the runner almost all of last year for the Bruins. 2 down here. First pitch to Gonzalez is a grounder. Chopper to Moats. Moats just flips it over to second for an easy 3rd out. And Tyler House is still feeling it right now. Bruins still scoreless, headed to the top of the 8th inning, 6-0. Carson Runk leading off the top of the 8th inning for the Trailblazers. Had a single in his last at-bat. Tillman Padgett is still on the mound for the Bruins. He's done a good job limiting damage. Good first pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 count. Holds on to that one a little bit too long. Bounces in front of the plate, gets away from Kirkpatrick, but no damage done. No runners on base. It's the 1-1 from Padgett. In there for strike 2. Good pitch. Here's the 1-2. Off speed. Over the head of Runk. Runk didn't dip his head. That would have hit him in the head. Here's the 2-2 now. Foul tip back into the net. Runk battles. Padgett looks to keep answering. Padgett shaking off a couple pitches first, now delivers. Fastball, almost got Runk out, but Runk gets his bat on it and stays alive. The 2-2 again to Runk. Another foul tip into the net. The battle continues between Runk and Padgett. Trailblazers have done an incredible job at that today, staying alive in the count. A few of them leading to some big hits. 2-2 again. Grounder to the middle, and not handled by Crawford. That one gets through. Runk now on first base. Brings up Scott Moats. Hit a single in his last at-bat. Advanced to second on the throw home. So now Runk leading off first base. And Moats up with none down. Foul in the left field. The 0-1 count. Checking back Runk. Runk gets back in time. Here's the 0-1. Just outside for ball 1. Checks back Runk again. That was close. Count is still 1-1. Runk and Moats getting the calling order from coach on third base before each pitch. That one's hit into the air. That one is going to get out of play. Medina was over there to try to get there, but into the stands it goes. And now Padgett's ahead in the order, or in the pitch count. 1-2 count. Moats is 2 for 4 with 2 strikeouts, 2 singles. So that one was called a ball. No check swing. And Runk just gets to second base easy. No throw from Kirkpatrick. So now Paget delivers. Ripped to Johnson. Johnson got that off the ground. Gets to first base in time for out number 1. That one keeps Runk at second. So now Matt Keener is up for the Trailblazers. Still with a runner in scoring position. 1 down here in the top of the 8th. He's also 2 for 4 with 2 singles, 2 flyouts. Paget delivering. Foul tip. Hit out of play on the right side, 0-2 count. Paget ahead in the count again. 0-2 count, 1 down. Runner on second. Matt Keener looking to get a run in. That one's outside. 6 runs is still in reach. Couple big innings for the Bruins to get back into this. Haven't had any luck so far today. They've hit the ball really well, just right at Trailblazers. Here's the 1-2. Paget checking back. The 1-2 from Paget. High. Now 2-2. Paget delivers again. Keener slaps it in the right field. Gonzalez can't get there in time. That one gets past him. Going to the fence. Runk scoring. Keener to third. And Keener gets a triple. Third triple of the day for the Trailblazers. Makes it 7-0. And here comes Coach Kyle Morrison. Might be the end of the rope for Tillman Paget today. It will be. So now pitching change for the Bruins with 1 down in the top of the 8th inning. We'll be back in just a minute. Back from the pitching change. Now in for the Bruins is number 26, Gabe Swarms. The junior from Robbins, North Carolina. One of the returners for this Bruins team. Has been an infielder in his time with the Bruins. Has pitched only a couple of times. Sees the mound today. Put into a sticky situation here with a runner on third. It's Matt Keener on third base. And Ben Starrett at the plate. That's in there for strike one. Swarms would want more like that. The 2-1 from Swarms. Rocked in the right field. That one's over the head and over the fence as well. Ben Starrett with a 2-run home run, extending the lead to 9-0. So now the bases are cleared. It is 9-0 in the top of the 8th, 1 out still. Brings up Ridge Clark, who's 3 for 4 on the day with 2 singles and a double. Trailblazers looking to keep this one going as much as they possibly can. It's in there for strike one. The 0-1 from Swarms. Hitting the air to left center field. Carroll onto it. Carroll grabs it for out number 2. DJ Crocker now up. 1 for 3 with a walk. 2 outs in the top of the 8th. Slapped into the net. 1-0 count. Swarms delivers. Up in the air. Crocker leaves it. 1-1 count. Right now, the Bruins just seem deflated. But there is good news. There are 2 more games tomorrow at 1 and 4 p.m. here at Conestee Park to close out this weekend series. Good pitch by Gabe Swarms. It's 1-2 count now. So there's 2 more chances at the Trailblazers for the Bruins tomorrow if they can't come up with a huge comeback here in the bottom of the 8th and bottom of the 9th. 6 outs remaining on the offensive side. They must score 9 runs to get back, and that's a tall feat. Hitting the air and out of play. Sound of a baseball hitting concrete always kind of just makes me cringe a little bit. I don't know why. It doesn't sound right. Umpire stops play, to change the ball out. So it's still a 1-2 count to Crocker. To get out of the inning by Swarms. Good pitch. Crocker stays back, doesn't swing. 2-2 count now. The 2-2. Up in the air. Full count. A walk here would bring up Andrew Keener. But obviously the Bruins want different result here. Full count by Swarms. Pitch inside, and Crocker foul tips it. Full count again. In there for strike 3. Swarms gets out of the inning. Trailblazers do extend their lead to 9-0. We're headed to the bottom of the 8th where the Bruins have a chance to at least get a few runs on the board. Start at the top or bottom of the 8th inning. Bruins running out of chances to at least get some runs on the board. They do have a chance here. Mannix Crawford leading off for the Bruins. New pitcher on for the Trailblazers after 7 scoreless innings. An absolute show by Tyler House. Lucas Alexander now on the mound for the Trailblazers. Splits his first couple of pitches for a ball and strike. Crawford 0 for 2 on the day with 2 groundouts. That one sneaks in the inside edge of the strike zone. 1-2 count now early. Alexander looks to get started with a strikeout here. 1-2. That one's too high. Haga tried to frame that one down. 2-2 count to Crawford. That one's another hard hit. Another great play by Keener. Keener over to first base, gets it. Keener having an incredible day at second base with a couple big plays. And now it brings up Elijah Medrano. Hit a double in his last at bat, 1 for 2. Good pitch, almost gets into the strike zone, but does not, stays inside, ball 1. Last time Medrano was up, he gave the Bruins a little bit of life with that double, but was followed by 3 straight pop-outs. See if Medrano can do the same thing again here. It's a 2-0 count to Medrano. Back into the net. He really wanted that pitch. 2-1 count. That one doesn't find the inside corner either. 3-1 count. Alexander delivers. Outside, Medrano will take his base. So Medrano now on base for the second time today. 1 for 2 with a walk. Bruins have just the tiniest bit of life. Zay Brandt now up for the Bruins. Zay Brandt, a career .297 average. Looks at that one outside. Strike 1. Medrano leading off first base. The 0-1 to Brandt. Brandt chops it to Moats. Moats to second. That's 1. And can't get Brandt at 2, or at first base, 4-2. So fielder's choice for Brandt. And now there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Matt Carroll up. 0 for 3, 2 ground outs and a pop out by Carroll. Brandt's now the one at first base. Alexander throws it in there for strike 1. The 0-1 count. Carroll pops that one in the air. Keener's there. Keener gets it for out number 3. And the Bruins bats continue to struggle here today in the season opener. They go to the top of the 9th inning, down 9-0. Back here for the start of top of the 9th inning. It was almost a last-second decision to bring out Andrew Keener, put in Rion Kojima. So Kojima now at the plate. It's his first at-bat of the season. Looks at ball 1. Swarms and throws another ball. 2-0. That one's too high. It's now a 3-0 count. Kojima's looked at all 3. There's a strike. 3-1 count now. Yeah, Andrew Keener was warming up in the on-deck circle in between innings and right before Kojima gets put in instead. And now Swarms battles back for a full count. See if he can finish the job here. For the first out of the inning. Kojima hits it high in the air left field. Zay Brandt is under it. And corrals it in for out number 1. So now we get Zach Gomersall to come in. He's batting in place of Steven Larkins, who had an absolute day today. 3 for 4, 2 triples and a single. Bruins are glad they don't have to see him probably until tomorrow. Swarms. Gomersall rips it to center field. Carroll going back. Carroll grabs it. And 2 quick outs for the Bruins. So now Ryota Haga back up. Batting for the Bruins after, or batting for the Trailblazers, excuse me, after a re-entry. Good pitch by Swarms. Right over the net. Oh-2 count quickly. Swarms looking to get out of the inning. He delivers. Right back into the net. If there was no net there, that was coming right at my face. Like, I'm ready for it. I want a ball this season. It's going to happen. I'm going to catch one. I'm not going to shy away from it and be scared from it like Ryan McCarty was earlier today. Sorry, he's catching strays. My bad. 0-2 count. One, two. Swarms delivers. In there for strike 3. And we're headed to the bottom of the 9th for the last little bit of life that the Bruins have. They have a lot of work to do to try to get back in this game, but hey, they have 3 outs to do it. We'll see what happens. Angelo Gomez leading off for the Bruins here in the bottom of the 9th inning. A lot of work to do for the Bruins. Down 9-0 here in the season opener. Lucas Alexander still on the mound to look to close things out for the Trailblazers. First pitch he throws is a ball in the dirt. Maybe not in the dirt. Maybe it's a little low. 1-0 count. Angelo Gomez 0 for 3. A ground out, 2 flyouts. Gets jammed there, up in the air for a long time, and Haga can't get to it. Now Haga and Alexander both having to catch their breath after a nice little 20-meter sprint. And now we're back, ready for action. 1-1 count. Alexander delivers. That one barely misses the zone. Alexander wanted that one. He thought it was a strike for sure. 1-2 or 2-1 count now against Gomez. Gomez hits that one hard, goes straight into the left field bleachers, over the bleachers actually. Absolutely crushed it, just turned on it way too early. Now 2-2 count. Gomez has to fight. Gomez looks at that one in the dirt. On to a full count. Gomez can either lead off walk or single, or a leadoff hit by bat or hit by pitch. You know what? That's an option too. It gets him on base. Leadoff runner for the Bruins here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Gomez seems to be okay. Massaging out that calf real quick. And he is going to get a runner just because, you know what, it's a lot easier to run when you're not, you know, in pain from getting hit by a 85-mile-an-hour baseball. So Max Lucien coming in, freshman from Florida, is now a runner. David Medina up, was walked in his first at-bat. Medina slaps that to right field. Will it stay fair? It will not. So 0-1 count against Medina. Alexander checks back Lucien. Lucien gets there in time. Gotta love keeping your white baseball pants clean all game long and getting them dirty in the bottom of the 9th inning. My mom was never happy about that. 0-1 count to Medina. That one misses the zone. 1-1 count. That one's catches the inside part of the strike zone. 1-2. Lucas Alexander 1 strike away from getting 1 out closer to a Trailblazers win. One-two count. Does not get that outside corner. Haga held it there for a second to try to get the umpire to bite. Does not. 2-2 count. Medina continues to battle. Lucien still leading off first base. It would help the Bruins' morale to get at least 1 run in this game. Medina hits it to right field. Keener going over to grab it. Keener does. And that's going to keep Lucien at first base. So 1 down. Brings up Evan Johnson. 2 strikeouts on a flyout today. First pitch to Johnson. Johnson hits it up the middle. Great play to go get it by Larkins. Actually, that's not Larkins anymore. Lucian falls on his way back to first base, and that's going to double him up to end the game. What a weird way to end this ball game. Just unfortunate all game long. Bruins got the bat on the ball, just couldn't get it away from the defenders for the Trailblazers. So the Trailblazers will come away with game 1 of this weekend series, winning it 9-0 here at Conestee Park. Thank you so much for joining us today. Bruins lose by a final score of 9-0. I encourage you to tune back in tomorrow at 1 and 4 p.m. as we complete the weekend series. And if you're in the area, I would love to see you here at Conestee Park. My name is Trenton Goldsmith signing off for now. I'll see you tomorrow.